It's time to continue the storyline of Batman White Knight, an alternate take on our favorite superhero Batman. Yeah, I said it, and if he's not your favorite, well, that's your problem, not mine. But in this universe, Joker has become sane. He's going by the name Jack Napier, and he has decided to sue Gotham for his treatment at the hands of Batman. That's where we left off. Let's continue. When we last left off with Batman the White Knight, Batman had grown more and more reckless to the point where Dick Grayson and Barbara Gordon had both left his side. On top of that, we discovered that Alfred was sick and had been for the last month, and the Joker, in his final battle against Batman, had been force-fed various pills, turning him sane. Now that he is sane, he is pressing charges against the GCPD, Batman himself, and the city of Gotham for allowing Batman to go on a criminal spree of vigilantism, destroying everything around him. And in the coming days, Jack Napier goes to trial. He tells the jury and the crowds that it is time for them to put away the criminal who is the root cause for all of this. The gatekeepers, the 1%ers who allow this kind of corruption to exist in their city. As the Joker, he served his time, and now it is time for Jack Napier to give back. Fight back against these gatekeepers, and then they can reclaim the city that they all love, Gotham. It didn't take long for the jury to reach a verdict, and that verdict was to let Jack Napier free. As Jack walks the streets of Gotham, he finds himself in one of his old hangouts, Zoinko's joke shop. He walks up to the door, and just before he can reach for the knob, it flies open, and Harley shouts, "Daddy's home." She then says, "Yuck, look at that face. It's so normal. How about they clean it up with some makeup?" And Jack stops her from putting the lipstick on him and tells her to hang on. He's wanted to come back here so that they can talk. He's been doing a lot of thinking, though. Please hear him out, Harley. He sits her down, telling her that first, he owes her an apology for the way he's treated her over the years. She was supportive even when he had his crazy mood swings. It was a psychotic obsession with Batman, and she was caught in the middle of it. Harley shouts, "Yeah, she was, but keep talking about that stuff and you're gonna turn me on." Jack reaches into his coat, telling her that he's not joking around anymore. It was unhealthy, but now it's all over. It's time for him to give her the version of him that she has always wanted. He kneels down, sliding a ring onto Harley's finger, and as she looks at it, she bursts out laughing, stating, "Nice try! You may have fooled the courts, but not me." Jack says, "Puddin', I'm serious." And she kicks him in the stomach, asking, "What did you just call me? Are you for real? Whining about love and feelings? Enough with this crap. Now go put on some freaking makeup and let's go rob something." He reaches for his medicine, and Harley grabs him, shouting, "Stop with the pills! They're messing with your head. You don't need them, you need me." Jack tries to talk, stating, "But Puddin'," and Harley slams his arm back down, yelling, "I am not your Puddin'." Suddenly, Harley is kicked in the back of the head, and a voice tells her no, she's not. A hand reaches down, and the original Harley Quinn picks up the ring, stating, "Hey, Jack, apology accepted." As Quinn's hyenas begin sniffing Harley, she yells, "You left!" And Quinn tells her, "Yeah, and now I'm back. Don't get me started on the violent cheerleader thing either." So to make sure that you understand, that cheerleader loved Joker, whereas I loved Jack despite his flaws. And now he's cured. So you can buzz off, cheerleader Harley. Meanwhile, elsewhere, Freeze stands in front of the cryo tube with Nora Freeze inside of it. One of the scientists says that they're ready to attempt reversing the Freeze tech, Mr. Wayne. And Bruce looks up and asks Victor if he's ready. He tells him that they shall begin. Barbara looks at the small glass case with a tube in it, seeing two mice with helmets, and she shouts, "Oh my God, they're so cute with their helmets!" Victor tells Bruce to proceed, and suddenly the glass case is filled with liquid. Barbara begins panicking, shouting that they're going to drown, and as the glass fills, the mice don't. Victor lets the mice out, stating that it has been a success, and Bruce tells him congratulations. Without any more delay, Victor begins to pull the tubes off of his suit, stating that there is no time to delay. And Bruce yells, "Not yet! We have to observe the mice to make sure that they live." And Victor tells him that his help has been invaluable. He has given him a chance to save his beloved wife by harnessing technology pioneered by the Third Reich. And for that, he would like to thank both him and his father. Now, leave me alone. Victor begins turning the dial, and Barbara asks, does he really think that he doesn't have a million ways to stop him? And suddenly, Victor's helmet fills with the same liquid used on the mice, and Bruce quickly runs over to remove it. Victor gets back up gasping, but his skin begins to age rapidly, bringing him to his current age. Bruce says that this is what they were hoping to avoid. He was frozen in his 30s, and it's been about 50 years. Victor gets back up stating that he feels warm, and Barbara yells, the mice, they died from old age. How do we know that Nora will survive this? And Bruce tells her, we don't. Victor crawls up to the cryo tube, and Bruce goes on stating that even if she does, they still don't have a cure for McGregor's disease, which is why she was frozen in the first place. Later, at the old Harley's apartment, Jack looks around stating that this is also normal. He sits down and he asks, "So, you left me and an entirely new Harley Quinn took over?" Harley sits down telling him, "Yeah, you're a narcissist who suffered from dysmethia and schizoid personality disorder. Hell, the pills may be causing an imbalance, which is why you're normal. You probably aren't cured per se, but with the right support, you could be." Jack remains quiet and Harley tells him, "I'm a psychiatrist, remember?" Jack then asks her, "What did I do to make you leave me?" And Harley asks, "Do you really not remember? You were an easy man to fall in love with. Being with you didn't make me feel like a criminal, it made me feel free. But as we spent time together, I could see the obsession with Batman growing. It was like I was sharing you with Batman. And that's when I knew you were in love, but not with me. Things began to get worse, and that night when you abducted Robin, you almost killed him just to get something out of Batman. I stopped you and I could see it in your eyes. The man that I loved was gone, and all that was left was the Joker. I went to Batman for help, but when I returned with Batman, you had already killed Jason Todd. All that was left was blood. We never ended up finding Robin's body." Shortly after, Jack follows Harley to the roof and he asks, Did I murder Robin?" And Harley tells him, "You're the only one he knows for sure." Jack sighs and says that they need to save Gotham. They need to lead a rebellion. Turn Gotham against Batman by villainizing him, showing the damage that he's done. Harley asks, "So Gotham City will be saved by the least likely person, Jack Napier." And Jack tells her, "Yes, along with Harleen Quinzel, because I can't do this without you." The following night, Jack asks all of Gotham's worst villains to meet. He tells them that they have spent too much time fighting with each other rather than fighting Batman. Tonight, he would like to change that, but first, let them all have a drink. Everyone takes a sip of their drinks and Harley hands Jack Mad Hatter's hat. Everyone looks around asking where's Clayface, and Jack puts on the hat, telling them that he's here, more or less. What everyone doesn't know is that just prior to the meeting, Jack used the Mad Hatter's mind control to take control of Clayface. He had him dissolve into dust, and then Jack used that clay and put it into the drinks of everyone who is here right now drinking. The hat would have had so much more of a problem controlling a small army, but if they could control one person and maybe put that person into everyone, everyone's eyes begin to change green, and Harley asks if it's working. And Jack tells her yes, of course it's working. And there you have it, the conclusion to Batman White Knight number 2. Now, don't forget to subscribe as we are bringing you White Knight videos every week. Every week you're getting one of them until this story concludes, and then we're going to put them together in one giant White Knight video. I hope you're as excited as I am to see how this story is going to be concluding. And don't forget, you can also chat with us on our Discord, where the entire comic book community that is around Comicstorian and Comics Explained comes together to debate and discuss your favorite things in comic books. And that's pretty much it. I'll see you next time right here at Comicstorian.